What's going on, YouTube? I'm back. I believe this is episode 15 of the series, and I know it's been a few weeks since the last one. Took a bit of a breather there and was focusing on some other things, but I'm excited to be back. And actually, shout out to the Van City Hub team for kind of giving me the nudge to ask questions on where things are at with YouTube and just sort of, bring it up again and get me excited to do another episode. So shout out to, supportive friends and team members for, helping make things like that happen. And sometimes you need a little extra push. So yeah, that felt good. It's great to be back in front of the camera. Excited to do, another episode here and, in a bit of a different sort of interview scene. Normally I'm on the couch behind us here, but thought I would try something a little different. Been filming and using the camera a lot, just not so much for my own YouTube channel yet. And I say yet because that's gonna change. We're gonna get there, but it's been a big focus lately just on the most immediate priorities and making some shifts in my life and in my work. And these are things that I sort of talked a little bit about probably in previous episodes, so maybe some of that, some of the updates today will kind of, bring things full circle and whatnot. So with that, excited to be back. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll go ahead and just jump right into things. I prepped some of the bigger updates. Again, it's been a while. I feel like there's more here that I'm missing or that I'm forgetting, but I'll start with this and we'll get back into a flow again, hopefully on a weekly sort of basis. With that, I'll jump right in. Some weekly gratitude. Right now, just really grateful for just the past weekend. It's Tuesday morning right now, but just coming off a really relaxing weekend. Lots of downtime, didn't work that much, and got outside, got some fresh air, just hung out with Lisa, and it was just really nice. I felt like it was a very relaxing one. Always, starting a new week, it feels good to have that sort of going into the week and you feel replenished, and I'm just excited to be working right now and really into it right now. So that comes from resting well. So appreciate the opportunity to have a really, nice chill weekend. The other thing was being able to work from home. Being able to film at home, being able to use my office here and just having the flexibility of choosing sort of my own hours and when I work on things and what I work on and all that stuff. But the fact that I can just do it all from home, and I know that's the case for a lot of people these days, but for others it's not. So I definitely recognize the treat that is, and appreciate that I can do that. It's really quite something. And for being someone that likes to be fairly, I work well when I'm alone, and I like also just spending time with myself. So this kind of gives me the, the flexibility and just sort of the environment to get really good work done and not be stressed and just sort of, do it in my own pace and environment. So super grateful for that. I'll jump into some wins, some past wins. There's been a lot. It's been great. I've been really excited with where things are headed. But with some of the wins that I'll highlight, some of the bigger ones would be, so I ran that first marathon that I've been talking about, which was great. It was an extreme challenge. I think it was even a little harder than I expected it to be, and I expected it to be pretty hard. The first 25 to 28-ish kilometers were pretty smooth sailing. Which was surprising because I was pretty wrecked after my first half marathon about 4 months ago as well. So to be able to run 25, I think it was like 26 kilometers and still feel pretty good, that was like a good sign for me. But after that sort of 26 kilometer mark, things went downhill quickly, and the knee started to hurt quite a bit, and mostly the left knee, and then also just leg fatigue, so just muscles in here and just muscle spasms and things like that. In the 30 kilometer mark, like 30 to 40 was just literally dragging my feet, and did stop a few times to walk a little bit, especially at the end. I was just running out the clock at the end, basically trying to get the number of kilometers to where it needed to be. But anyways, it's done. That was one of my big goals for the past 3 months. That was one of my rocks. So I'm just, really excited to, be able to cross that one off and just do another personal challenge. That's always, super rewarding when you can step into an area that you've never been before and kind of test your own mind and your body and stuff. So I'm sure there's gonna be more of that to come. What that looks like right now, I'm not sure yet, but I'm sure there'll be another sort of health focused or physical challenge focused goal that I'll set for myself in Q4, this next sort of last quarter of the year. So yeah, that was a big win. The other big win is, and this is again one I've been talking about for a while, and it's so I've now made the full transition to being a full kind of on my own independent content creator. So that's what I do for work now. Feels really good to say that, and it's just really exciting for me. It's been something I've been wanting to do for I think quite some time now, but didn't necessarily understand how I would make that happen or see the direct sort of path to it. But that's starting to work, and yeah, so I've really kind of scaled back all of my other duties and jobs. And I'm still working a little bit with Vireo Video and kind of shifting to just doing content creation with them, which of course fits kind of the direction that I want to go with my career right now. And yeah, just been steadily landing new clients, which I'll talk a bit more about in a second here. So yeah, just it's been a big win to be able to kind of shift and narrow down what I do for work, and being able to kind of have this one area of content creator that I can focus on. I feel like I'm able to really scale this business and scale my own efforts now as well, and feel really motivated and excited doing it because it's for me, and it's something that I really want to do and get better at. So yeah, just really excited to have some of the other fluffy distractions off my plate, and really be able to focus on what it is that I want to do over the next few years, potentially for my life. So yeah, that's huge for me, and I'm sure I'll have to unpack that a bit more either later on in this episode or in future videos. But yeah, we'll go from there. So those are some of my big wins. What am I working on right now? So at the moment, I have 8 freelance projects, and those span everything from, I have a few website builds going right now. I have a few social media retainers left. Actually, I think it's just the one actually. I'm in talks with a few others, but whether I will do that or hire someone on to do that, or subcontract it out to somebody and just sort of manage the process, that could be something I do as well. But yeah, I really limited that social media because I find that's such a big sort of time suck. And there's good money in it, and if you enjoy it, then all the power to you. But I think there's a burnout right there, and you can only do social media management for so long. At least I can. So yeah, keeping some social media. I've got the website builds, and then of course the content creation, and doing a lot of video production mostly, and photography as well for a variety of different brands. So yeah, currently 8 projects on the go right now, and it seems to be flowing pretty well. Looking to ramp that up in October here, and doing quite a few different pitches and stuff for new jobs potentially in October, which I'll share a bit about as well. But yeah, that's kind of what's keeping me busy, is just managing these clients and making sure that I'm actually getting the work done, deliverables met, so that I can bill out, close those payments, and move on to doing more and more work as well. So yeah, that's been keeping me pretty busy. I've also started building my own portfolio website, which is really exciting for me. I've been wanting to do that for a while now, and just finding that, yeah, I really need to have sort of a place where I can send prospective clients or people to go to a website and see what it is that I am good at and what I know how to do, and what it looks like, my style and things like that too. So really working on that and trying to just get that up so that I can make that biz dev and marketing process a little bit easier for selling my services and things like of that nature. So that's coming along. Really excited about that, and I actually have a good chunk of time today allotted towards that. So excited to get into that. I'll keep you guys updated on that one. I guess this is kind of part of my first update, but yeah, started another client website build. I had talked about a website build for quite a while in the past few episodes. That one is done and live now, which is awesome. risecapital.com. If you want to go take a look, they're an impact investment firm, great client. They're still a client of mine, doing some other things with them, but Rise is spelled R-H-I-Z-A. So rizacapital.com if you want to take a look. But yeah, that was a great project, and excited to sort of have that one in the portfolio, and using that to get more website builds in the future and stuff too. So that's been great. What else? I've been dabbling quite a bit more with trading and investing. I've been into Wealthsimple. I had an account, months ago already, but didn't really put any money in it or do anything with it. And then more recently, I guess in the past, a few months at least at this point, I've been, trading a little bit more stocks, and also set up a TFSA inside of Wealthsimple and just bought some long-term holds in there as well. So it's like a self-directed TFSA. And that's been performing super well, which has been really exciting. I've been watching a lot of YouTube content about trading and understanding how to invest and things of that nature. So been really enjoying that. I know my last episode, which was a month ago or so, I was talking about wanting Tesla and Amazon stock. I do have quite a bit of Tesla stock now, so I bought into that company and experienced the volatility that is Tesla over the past few weeks with Battery Day and the stock split and the inclusion or the disinclusion rather to the S&P 500 index. So it's been fun to sort of just track that company and what Elon's doing there, and I'm a big believer in the company long term. So I'm just, I've got that stock inside the TFSA. I'm just going to hold that for quite some time, along with a few other stocks and one ETF that I might talk a bit about as well at some point. But yeah, this world of investing and trading, super interesting. I have so that's the TFSA. I also have a personal account that I'm sort of using as more of a day trading / swing trading account. So taking positions either for a day or for a week or 2 weeks, that kind of thing. And the goal is to kind of take that account from where it is now and just grow it, to a medium-sized sort of portfolio, and just kind of keep going with that and just using that eventually to help buy a house in the near future. So anyways, that's a whole kind of spiel that I'm sure I'll have to get into in a different video altogether. But it's going well. I'm enjoying it. The one stock that's down to me right now is Zoom. Didn't buy in at the right time on that one. Anyways, I could talk about that forever. I'll leave it there for now. The next one, what else I've been working on? Well, the last thing is we're coming up on the end of Q3 of the year, obviously. So just doing a review of kind of what I've been up to for the past 3 months and looking ahead and planning what are those big goals and rocks that I want to go after in the final quarter of 2020. It's been an interesting year, to say the least, and I want to finish strong, obviously. So I've written down a bunch of kind of ideas on things I could, take on as big sort of challenges for myself in the past, or in the future 3 months that we have here in 2020, the year. And so yeah, I'm close to kind of setting what those rocks are going to be. And this time I actually do want to do a video on what those rocks are and explain that a bit more, kind of what I do there every quarter to sort of get ready for that. So yeah, more on that to come, but that's sort of a today/tomorrow thing, obviously before the 1st. So I'm ready to hit the ground running come October 1st. What else? So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. Also working on a few different new YouTube short films. Had some ideas recently and have a bit more time these days as well to spend on my own content, which is partly why I'm in front of the camera today doing this, and partly why I'm a big believer in getting YouTube going again in this final quarter of the year. So hoping to put out a lot more content over the next 3 months versus these past 3 months. This past quarter I did have a goal of putting out 21 YouTube videos. I think this will be 5, I believe. So, it's something, but obviously that's not sort of where I wanted to be for the quarter, and priorities shifted a little bit. So that's fair enough, and I'm okay with kind of how things shook out. But yeah, definitely want to be putting more energy and focus into YouTube going forward. So expect that. Last thing I would say, current challenge right now. I would just say the current challenge is the lack of a portfolio for myself. So when people ask me for work examples and things of that nature right now, I'm sending kind of like a few different links to different areas, which is not great. It's sort of confusing and never know exactly what to send and stuff. So getting that personal website up with my portfolio is going to be super important so that I can obviously sell myself better and be able to display my past work better. I've done so many different projects, so it's going to take some effort and some time to really kind of focus on what it is that I want to highlight and how I want to do that, and yeah, so that's just it's gonna be a big process, but I've started, and again, have more time these days to kind of get into it. So I'm excited to get that up and to bring in some new business. One other thing that I'm working on, actually, that I'll throw in here that I haven't talked about yet is that Lisa and I might go up to Terrace and Terrace, BC, which is kind of like the middle of BC, and it's pretty far up there, but she has a job opportunity up there, Lisa, and yeah, I might take along with her. That's kind of the plan right now, and if all goes well and she ends up taking that job, and what I want to do is pitch a bunch of small local businesses in the area, and just mention that I'll be up in the area for a week or 2 weeks, and I would love to meet up and shoot some content if they need a quick video or some photography work, things like that. So today I'm hoping to send out a big round of email pitches to different local businesses and kind of get some conversation started, but we'll see how that goes. So maybe I'll update in the next episode kind of on how that is going, but it'd be sweet obviously to land some business up there and go with Lisa and being able to kind of work at the same time that she is up there, and her family's up there as well, so we'd kind of be staying with them probably, and just exploring the area and stuff, and it's beautiful up there. So yeah, fingers crossed that kind of comes through and works out, and that'd be a big part of kind of my October business development push, trying to land more clients and build up my portfolio and things like that. So yeah, excited to kind of see where that goes. Anyways, that's it. I feel like this has probably been a long-ish episode already. Those are some of the updates on kind of what I've been up to. Love to hear any questions or thoughts you guys have in the comments. And a question of my own, question of the week that I'll share is, been really into the NBA, this year, already for a few years now, but yeah, Raptors are no longer in, unfortunately, but they had a fantastic season. It's been really fun to watch them, and I'm excited to kind of see what they do next year. But anyways, question of the day, or question of the week rather, who do you think is going to win the NBA championship between the Lakers and the Heat? It's going to be an epic showdown. I'm so excited to kind of check it out and see what these teams are able to pull off. Both teams have been, playing so well, and anyways, yeah, I'll leave it there. If you're into basketball, I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're not into basketball, feel free to chime in as well, and maybe some of these future questions will be more broad, but this was kind of top of mind right now, so I'm rolling with it. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Hope you liked kind of the new sort of vibe right now. I've even brought out the lights. I'm not sure if it's making any difference, but hopefully. I know the back is quite lit, so we'll see how that turns out and stuff, but I felt like I liked the new setup, so we'll see how it goes. Anyways, peace guys. Have a great week. Make it productive, and we'll talk again soon. Later.